Okay, so we are starting with binomial theorem. This Pascal's triangle is not something you're supposed to know, but this is what was initially used to figure these things out. Okay. I will not go into the detail of it. You can search up uh, on exactly what is Pascal's triangle, and you can even right now you can even figure it out just by looking at it. Okay, the sum of these two is given over here, the sum of these two is given over here, the sum of these two is here, the sum of these two is here, the sum of these two is here, and so on and so forth. But I will directly go on to exactly what we are supposed to know for binomial theorem. Basically, all of you can do a plus b whole square, right? A square plus 2ab plus b squared, easy peasy. Even a plus b whole cube is easy because we can just multiply this by a plus b one more time. But as we move forward, it becomes lengthier, right? Because it becomes lengthier, a formula has been developed using this Pascal's triangle. All right. Using this thing, I will just give you the formula and we'll go on to it directly. So if you're expanding anything of the form a plus b to the power of n, this formula given in your MF19 is given as, again, this formula is given, okay? And so on and so forth, NC3, NC4. I hope you all know how to put NC3 in your calculators. Calculator here? Make sure you have the calculator. Do you know how to put C? Ali, Sama, Uruj, Wajiha, and क्या नाम है, Subhan. Do people know how to put? I will explain the question. Don't worry about it. I will explain. Okay. Just a moment. चलो छोड़ो, लैट्सी वगैरह हो जाएगा. कैलकुलेटर तो है ना किसी के पास? देखो बेटा, let's say, Sama, the question was expand x plus 2 to the power of 6. So this is basically a simple formula to expand it, okay? How to expand it? So in place of a, I have x, so I will write x to the power of 6 plus n is 6. So 6c1, a to the power 6 minus 1, b to the power of 1 plus 6c2, a to the power of 6 minus 2 into b to the power of 2 and so on, okay? So 6c1 कैलकुलेटर तो मुझे ये फ्राई हो गया, क्या हो गया? लो इसका कैलकुलेटर. Look, I hope I'm visible on the screen at the moment. If not, do let me know. But on your calculators, in some calculators different over here, above this division sign, there is a C sign over here. Okay. So you will have to press, I think, shift and yeah. So I will write 6, shift and this division sign over here. I don't know if I'm clear. Let me just check. Wait. Yeah. So right on the top of this division sign now, you will see C written NCR, right? So what I will do is, if it is 6C1, I will write 6, and then I will do shift and this button, which is division 1, 6C, and then 1. And you'll get your answer as 6. All right, Sama, I hope you know how to use this C in your calculator now. And everyone else as well. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you people will be able to use this in your calculators. Hello, G. Lovely. Okay. Okay, again, make sure you all have your calculators now because you will have to know this. But we'll learn without the calculator as well because you will get questions like that where you will have to figure out the value of n. Anyways, so 6c1 is 6, x to the power of 5 into 2. 6c2 is 6 5 is 30 upon to 15, है ना? 15 into x to the power of 4 into 4. I'm not expanding it any further. Lekin if I expanded x plus 2 to the power of 6, the answer would have been somewhat like this. ठीक है? And so on. देखो n minus 2 था ना, तो 6 minus 2 क्या होगा? n की जगह 6 है ना. तो 6 - 2 कर दिया मैंने यहाँ पे। 6 - 2 4, एक्स पावर 4 क्या होता है? x4। 15 4 द 60। ठीक है, all you will have to do is just plug in the values of a, b and n in the formula and expand it. For the first 20-30 minutes we'll just practice expansion. Once you have done expansion, enough expansion, we'll go into the little details जो एग्जाम में पता होनी चाहिए आपको, but for the timing this is what you'll have to do. सही है, you'll have to do simple expansions. Clear so far guys? Online clear so far? Yeah, Ali, Sama, Uruj, Wajia. Okay, not this. तुम लोगों का दिल कर रहा होगा बट अभी मत, थोड़ी देर रुक जाओ। अच्छा देखो, um I will not ask you to use the Pascal's triangle. I will ask you to use the formula that I've just explained. A plus b to the power, कंट्रोल तुमने कहाँ रखा है? कंट्रोल है माशाल्लाह। ओके, a power n plus n c1, a power n minus 1, b power 1, फिर क्या होगा? n c2, a power n minus 2, b power 2, then nc3, a power n minus 3, b power 3, और अगर पावर 4 तक जाना है जैसे इस केस में तो प्लस nc4, a power n minus 4, b power 4. I want you people to expand every single term right now. अच्छा, one last thing before you people continue with these questions. मैं ये वर्कशीट तो ग्रुप पे भेज ही रहा हूँ अभी। देखो, ये a है और ये b है, राइट? a b a b. When you have a minus sign, use the same formula, but in place of b, use a -y for the time being. ठीक है, फॉर्मूले को यहीं पे सेम रखना, कीप द प्लस 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 साइन एज इट इज। ठीक है, और जब अगर यहाँ पे -y आ गया तो b की जगह आप क्या डाल दोगे? -y। यहाँ पे -3 है तो b की जगह -3 डाल देना। अगर होल स्क्वायर होगा तो माइनस कैंसिल हो जाएगा, और अगर इवन पावर हो, ऑड पावर होगी तो माइनस रहेगा। एंड देन आपको खुद समझ में आ जाएगा कि डायरेक्ट आपको इसकी जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ेगी, साइन आपको समझ में आ जाएंगे। ऑलराइट, in each term you just have to plug in the values of a and b and do the expansion. Beta, do all of these 8 expansions right now within the next 10 to 15 minutes. No, देखो, you will be given instructions in the question up till what value you have to expand. Sometimes they will tell you expand for the first 3 terms, first 2 terms, first 4 terms, or expand up till x cube or x power 4. So depending on what information is given, you will expand accordingly. All right, Sama? You won't just expand, because it is also possible 8 n की power 8 हो. We can't keep on expanding 8c1, 8c2, 8c3, 8c4. तो वो, I hope you get my point. देखो, in question two, in one you have to expand simple, right? Simple expansion है. In question two, देखो, and this is a kind of a question that will regularly come up in the exam. They will ask you for the coefficient of a particular term. In this case, x cube. Now, rather than expanding the whole thing, what I already know is कि x क्यूब कब होगा? यहाँ पे x, a की जगह x है, तो x क्यूब कब क्या करने पर x आएगा? विच टर्म? देखो, व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? a पावर n प्लस nc1 a पावर n माइनस 1, nc2, नहीं, a पावर n माइनस 2। तो x क्यूब है ना, और ये भी 4 है, तो यहां पर आएगा ना x क्यूब, 4 - 1 से आएगा ना। समझ में आ रही बात? तो ये अब आप लोगों ने खुद फॉर्मूला देखकर फिगर आउट करना है कि विच टर्म शुड आई यूज टू गेट द एक्स क्यूब टर्म डायरेक्टली। You people get what I'm trying to explain over here? Ali, Sama, Uruj, and Wajia, that yes, you can expand it completely, which will be completely right as well. You won't lose any marks for that. But I would prefer if you people figure it out on your own directly, which term should I use of the. देखो, we say this is the first term, सही है? This is the second term. This is the third term. तो आप लोग को डायरेक्टली फिगर आउट कर लेना कि हम क्या यूज करेंगे, मेरे पास एक्स क्यूब आ जाए। वंस यू गेट अंडरस्टैंड दिस ना, फिर उसके बाद आगे पता है क्या आएगा? द क्वेश्चन विल बी मिक्सड अप, एक्स पावर 5 कब आना है, एंड द क्वेश्चन विल बी लाइक दिस, एक्स क्यूब अपॉन वाई, अब बोलेंगे एक्स पावर 5 कब आएगा। तो ये अब मैं आप लोग को बाद में सिखाऊंगा। फॉर द टाइम बीइंग आई वांट यू पीपल टू कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 एज वेल, बट try and not expand it completely, okay? इनके सामने दे मेरे को लग रहा है किले भी घुमा देते हैं। सही, पूरा एक्सपैंड नहीं करना आप लोगों ने, बट मेक श्योर यू कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 फर्स्ट. Oh, I'm really sorry, Sama. So what I was trying to explain was that rather than expanding the whole thing, I want you to just figure out on your own which term should you use that will give you x cube. All right. I don't want you to, well, if you want to use the whole formula, but you can figure it out on your own whether to use NC1, NC2, or NC3 that will give you x cube. All right. That's what I was trying to say. Huh? Whatever the answer is, जैसे कि you got the answer in the first part ना, 20x cube, 30x cube. So coefficient could be anything, could be any number. It could be 0, it could be 30, it could be 10, it could be minus 20, it could be anything. समझ में आ रहा है? I hope you're getting it. Subhani as well. Beta, are you on the group? I think I've sent the worksheet over there. ठीक है, the worksheet is over there. Make sure you check your answers as you move along. Let me take a quick. देखो, I want your attention for the next 5-10 minutes. I will give you an idea on how to attempt different kind of questions. Dekho, Mohammed, look at the board. In this question, it says the coefficient of x square in the expansion of this is 216. Okay. So first of all, what I know is I will just use the formula. I will not write it every single time when I'm doing this topic with you, but initially I will. Okay. Dekho, x is over here b per, right? So I have b power 1 over here, b power 2 over here, you know, and this is x only. So can I say this will give me the x square term? Yes. So I will write nc2 4c2 a to the power 4 minus 2 and b to the power of 2 is equals to what? 216x square. 4c2 is, I think, 6 into 9 into a square into x square is equals to x square gone. A square is equals to 216 divided by 54, which is equals to 4. So a will be is equals to 2. एक तो ये basic आपको आनी चाहिए, सही है? You should be able to think like this. Okay. Another thing, once you expand this, you will now understand how do I get the cube of these values. Because if you have this expansion, if I put just in place of x, what will I put? Root 5. That's it. And you will get the expansion of 1 plus root 5 as well. Okay? Okay, moving forward. Now, these are the questions I wanted to discuss. We are here now. Guys, stop your work for the next couple of minutes. I am explaining something that is important. Class I want to explain a couple of very important things. देखो बेटा, this is something, once I explain it, you will have to note it down exactly how to attempt it. ठीक है? एक तो, one of the methods is you can figure this out mentally as well. If not mentally, I will explain the method, but नहीं मैं कुछ और समझा रहा हूँ. देखो, expand this first. When I expand this x square power 4, this will become x power 8 minus 4c1. क्या होता है? A power, why have I written 8 over here? अच्छा हाँ, ये power 3 हो जाएगा, right? And then minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 4c2 x square to the power of 2 minus 1 to the power of 2 plus 4c3 1 minus 1 whole cube. Yeah, it is plus, my bad. Plus 4c4 x square to the power of 0 minus 1 to the power of 4. What will be my answer? X power 8 plus 4c1 is 4. So minus हो जाएगा, right? Because this is minus 1. So minus x6 plus 4c2 is 6. So 6 and this will become a plus, है ना? So 6x4 plus 4c3 is 4. 4. Your calculation says 4. Calculator also says 4. Lovely. So, but this will become a minus sign now, right? x square, and finally I will get plus 1, है ना? Because this is 1, this is 1, and this will also plus 1. Okay. So once you have done this expansion, in part B, it says find the coefficient of what? X power 6. Now, do I already have the expansion of this? So in place of this, can I just write the expansion over here? ठीक है, मैंने इसकी expansion लिख दी. Okay. Now, which of these terms will make x power 6? When I'm okay, so 1 multiplied by this and this multiplied by this, right? You will get minus 12 x power 6. I hope there's no mistake of addition, subtraction. I hope. Okay, so the answer will be minus 16 x power 6. Your answer will become minus 16. Yes, someone please check the answer quickly. Worksheet में. हाँ सही है. Okay. Guys, did you understand? Online students. Ali, Sama, Uruj and Wajiha. Okay. Now the next question is more interesting. X, this is in the next question, it is given as 3x minus 2 upon x to the power of 4. सही है, अभी पावर छोटी है, कैलकुलेट करना आसान होगा. मैं आप लोगों से पूछता हूँ. I will ask you people, starting from you, Mr. Mo. Let's say these are the type of questions you will get. Independent of x. What does independent of x mean? X power is 0. When do you think will x you will get x power 0? What will you do that will give you x power 0 directly? Rather than expanding the whole thing, what should I take? 4c1, 4c2, 4c3 or 4c4 that will give you x power 0? 4c2 होगा ना, ऊपर भी 2 नीचे भी 2. Okay, so we will learn a very direct method on how to figure out. देखो, you would have expanded 4c1, 4c2, 4c3 and 4c4, right? You would have expanded the whole thing. Out of these, one of those terms would have been where the x would have cancelled out. But we will learn a particular method on how to figure out exactly which of these terms to use. But that comes later. For the time being, what I want you people to understand is that if I do 4c2, that is a to the power n minus 2, and then b to the power of 2. B to the power of 2 na. So 4c2 is 6. This will become 3 square 9. And this will become 4 upon x square. X square cancels. And I get my answer, whatever the answer is. Acha, what will give me coefficient of x cube? Whatever the sign, yaar. No, it's plus 216. What will give me x cube? 4c1, 4c3 or 4c4? एक मिनट रुक जाओ, Mr. CBU. Which of these terms will give you x cube? No, Vaji. Huh, 4c1. Oh, yes, 4c1. You're right. Sorry, Vajia. I apologize for doubting your. Yeah, 4c1. Sorry. So minus 2 upon x to the power of क्या होता है 1. So 4c1 is 4. 3 power 3 is 27. X. नहीं यार, x cube तो नहीं आ रहा. Because if this will become x3 and this will become x square आ जाएगा ना. मैं तो x cube का पूछ रहा था. 4 x cube मतलब होगा ही नहीं. 4c4 or x cube is not possible because this will give you x square. So I'm sorry, the question, I will not create questions myself. I will make sure it's a question that has been given. सही है, तो ये हो जाएगा. Basically what I'm trying to tell you is that okay, Subhan, in question 10, independent of x, what would you do that will give you a term independent of x? मतलब x will cancel out. 4C1, 2, 3, 4 or 4C0 or what? मैं खुद सोच लेता हूँ. So in the numerator you want square, in the denominator you want square, or you want 4 and 4, है ना? 2 नहीं होगा, 4C2, right? I think, right? Because if I use 4C2, Subhan, if I use 4C2, this will be a to the power of 4 minus 2 and b to the power of 2. So x power 4 and x power 4 will cancel. कैसे सॉल्व मतलब? जो सोच जो लिख रहे हैं वो सोच लो बस. आता देखो, okay, as I said beta, I will explain a very particular method, but I want you people to understand that you can do it mentally as well. Actually, people find it mentally more easy. Okay. Okay, one last question from my end. One last question from my end before I stop. Okay, we still have enough time, but because it's nearly Maghrib, so I will just explain one more question. Look, the coefficient of x square in the expansion of this is, first of all, how will I find the x square wala? What will I do? NC2. NC2, no? 4C2. 1 to will remain as it is, b to the power of 2. Okay, so this will become 6a square x square. It is 30 times the coefficient of x. Okay, so this coefficient, right? The coefficient of x square, so you write 6a square. It is 30 times the coefficient of x. So for coefficient of x, what will I do? 4C3. Nee, 3C3, 3C2, 3C1. b power 1 होता है. हाँ, 3C1 is b power 1 now in the formula, right? If I write NC1, b power 1 होता है ना. So you will write 3C1 ax upon 3 to the power of 1. So this will become what? 3 and 3 will cancel. Yeah. So the coefficient will be a, right? So 6a square is equals to 30a. 30 times a, right? Because the coefficient is a. A is equals to 5. Because the coefficient of x square, which was 6a square, it is equal to 30 times the coefficient of x, which was a. The coefficient of x was a. Aapne question banai, you get the value of a. So what I want from you people is, by the next class, you have 16 questions over here. Try as many as you can. Okay? And hopefully, what do you mean, Vajia? We won't be get marks for working it all out? Inshallah, we will speak 5 questions. No, no, beta. No. Because it is very specific. What you have to do, you won't get any marks for expansion over here. Okay, you won't have to do full expansion. You have to be very specific. You don't have to do full expansions every single time unless they ask you to. Okay, I hope you get my point. Okay, guys, you can leave if you want. Make sure you do as many questions from this worksheet before the next class. I will see you on Monday. Take care. Khuda Hafiz. Okay.